Hey guys, it's Matt. I'm here with Opizo Choi and Brian Ma, the co-founders of Weave Networking, available right now in the App Store and in the Google Play Store. Welcome guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Especially Brian. Brian's here from the Bay Area today.
Yeah.
Doing a special interview.
Flew in just for this.
Yeah, so for the people who don't know what Weave Networking app is, give us a little explanation of what it is and what it's for.
Yeah, I think it's actually really straightforward. So Weave is the easiest way for you to professionally network, and it works just like Tinder. So you literally pull up the app, and if you want to meet we show you people who are nearby. If you want to meet someone, you just swipe right. If you don't want to meet them, swipe left. And if two people want to meet each other, we hook you up via chat. And so right now, we're doing something like 50 matches a day. It's really early. We just launched back in January, and about 10 to 15 people meet up actually face-to-face every single day. So it's kind of working.
Nice. So we're going to be talking about networking today. So networking is extremely important to entrepreneurs, and that's one of the reasons why you built the app. I guess, can you give us both of your versions of why you think networking is important for an entrepreneur?
Yeah. I'll go first.
Yeah, go first. I'm pretty much an introvert. I much more prefer to sip my coffee and pump out code than to have to go out and talk to people. But I think the reality is that most of my career has been advanced by referrals and introductions from people. And so the cliche, cheesy quote that says it's not what you know, but who you know, is very true. And I think also on top of that, just as entrepreneurs, it's very important to just get in touch with a lot of different people doing a lot of different things, because we're no longer just programmers making code, but we're problem solvers that are creating solutions that happen to have code. And so just between me and Brian, our backgrounds, Brian's been in real estate, been in resumes, e-commerce, I've done couponing, I've done social media. So all these things, like get out there and talk to people, because there are real problems out there that you need to solve.
I think as an entrepreneur, there's no other role out there that's as diverse as being an entrepreneur, right? You need to work with people who are developers, you need to work with people who are investors, marketers, designers, pretty much everything in the world. And so having people in your Rolodex who are great at those skills is just ridiculously important. And the other side of networking that's just really, really crucial is you never know if your next hire or your next investor is going to come out from a friend of a friend of a friend, right? And most of the time, if you look at the successful companies out there, that's exactly what happened. Two people worked together or were friends of friends, and they got together, started a startup, and they hired their first employee was someone who was a friend of a friend. And so I think building this network, pretty much in your entire life, is not it's so crucial to being an entrepreneur that people need to go actively do it.
Yeah, I think in my experience with startups, the first 10 to 15 employees are all people who internal referrals or friends of friends, just like you said. How is Weave trying to help entrepreneurs and help them with their networking skills?
Yeah. I think the reason why Weave started is actually because we just decided it was acquired by eBay last year, and during the acquisition, I was trying really hard to network with entrepreneurs, because I was like, hey, I can help them out, I can possibly invest in them, et cetera, et cetera. And if you think about it, networking really happens in two ways right now. The first way is you go up to people, you're like, who do you know that's a developer? Who do you know that's an entrepreneur? Or who do you know that's blah, 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 right? And you're getting introductions into people. The problem with that is it's super high search cost. It actually takes, it's a full-time job, right? If you're actively trying to invest in people, or you're actively trying to do, reach out to people, or if you're actually trying to recruit.
Yeah.
The opposite flip side of this is a networking event where you go and it's highly targeted, very low search costs, but highly ineffective. So you're going in, you're bouncing through people, and you don't know anyone, you're kind of awkwardly going up to them and you're like, hey, who are you? What's your background? Blah, blah, blah. And so one of the reason why Weave is great is because you can literally sit on your toilet and be like, do I want to be there? Do I not want to be there? Do I want to be there? Do I not want to be there? Right?
Brian does not do this, for the record. record.
I know. I've met people on Wave who literally did that. And yeah, it's just like an easy way to discover people around you who you mutually want to meet, and that's why it's working, I think.
So would you say it's kind of just getting straight to the point of I want to meet this person versus all the other overhead that goes with events and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the way to think about it, it's almost like casual professional networking, or it's like casual professional discovery, where you're not actively engaging in going to networking events, like asking for intros, whatever, right? You're just kind of like there, and you're flipping through people, and it's really surprising when you match with someone and you actually end up meeting for coffee and have a valuable meeting. So
Surprising for you.
Yeah, I think I remember my very first like meetup I went to try and meet people. Super awkward. I still remember, like, to this day. I got a lot better now. Like, I think I'm an expert networker now, but I still remember that first. First one.
Yeah, and it never becomes easier. Like, it's always awkward to like go up to people and be like, "How's the weather today?" I love your shirt.
Yeah. If you didn't catch it earlier, Brian Ma is also a co-founder of Decide.com, which was acquired by eBay last year. Also another great company. But next question I wanted to, or next topic I wanted to discuss. What are some of your tips for networking for maybe an entrepreneur who hasn't even gone to his first meetup yet or event, or wants to really know how to meet more quality people? What are some of your guys' tips?
Yeah, I think the first one is be brave. I think a lot of people think that it's very intimidating to go up and try to talk to somebody you don't know, but chances are they're just as shy as you are. If you don't try it, you won't know, right? And so I think that's important. And the second thing is, I would say, suggest a time and place. That's also very important, because a lot of times conversations will start and then it's just kind of just hang there, and it's just because neither side has suggested anything in terms of something that's actionable. And so suggest something, it may not work out, but get the ball rolling. And then last tip is just be open-minded. Like we said earlier, you never know when these connections will be helpful for you and helpful for them. And so just be open-minded, listen.
Any tips?
My tips. I think the hardest thing about networking is breaking through that initial like awkward moment.
Yeah.
And the easiest way I felt to do it is two things. One is just to be highly intentional and be upfront with like, hey, I'm a designer. I would love to meet other designers in Seattle, kind of working in the healthcare space, right? And so you have something to kind of pivot on, where they're like, oh, okay, I kind of get where you're coming from. I kind of get your background. Like, I don't know a lot of designers, but I could introduce you to some other ones. So that's a great way to start your conversations. And another thing is, I think the posture of when you're networking should be, how can I help this person? Rather than going up to people and being like, hey, I'm looking for a job, it should be like, hey, I realize that you're in the healthcare space. You do a lot of stuff around design work. Is there a way I can help you out with your company or something like that? And I think too many people walk into these situations thinking they need to get something out of it immediately, but networking is all about building trust over time. And so I think as you over time kind of build that level of trust, then you can be more active in saying like, hey, right now I'm looking for investors to invest in my company. Do you know anyone? So yeah, posture of giving and not getting, and then being really intentional about your things.
This isn't my interview, but I want to throw out one tip as well.
Really
short.
Matt is also an expert networker, so.
Really short one. The thing I've come to know is when you go to especially network-specific events, you have to understand everyone there wants to meet you. So you should want to have that confidence to want to meet them as much as they want to meet you. That's kind of helped me.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, any plugs you want to give for maybe your company or anything else you're doing? Anything else you want the entrepreneur community to know?
No, try Weave, see if it works for you.
Download Weave.
Search for Weave Networking on iOS or Google.
If it doesn't work, you can email me directly, and I'll have this guy figure it out.
Cool. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the talk. Cool. I'm gonna pause really quick.
Cool.
Because I just want to make sure it's recording.
What?
Okay, it's recording.
Cheers.
Because like I thought you'd see like a red
Yeah.
thing, but I don't see it. So,
Yeah.
but it's good.
Excellent. Make sure the autofocus is off.
Yeah.